so many little clicks and steps. SPRB is having beautiful, bullish shape there. Something with it. All right, cool. All right, we are live everywhere. Oh, I don't want that. We had the release. Let's see over here. We had the release of payroll information and unemployment information at 8:30 a.m. EST. Came in at well, slightly better than expectation. Sort of expectation is slightly better than expectation, which is good for businesses, good for the economy, uh, and yet bad for inflation, and so bad for the Fed's battle with inflation. And so it probably ends up notching out a little bit of more aggression, the Fed, in the long run. Uh, a lever slightly in the direction of unfavorable result for the Fed. And so, in that sense, it can be bad for stock prices. And yet, the reaction was positive, but it is pulling back and kind of settling in. And it's such a mix of forces right now. Uh, and when that happens, when you start getting this like all flip flopping, like, oh, okay, well, is this good or is this bad? And then the market isn't really reacting, or it's reacting, it's kind of, then it reverses, and it's just like a lot of chop, economic chop and market reaction chop. That could be the bottom. It's like the bottom of a drain or something, somehow, if you could think about it. So but I'm definitely prepared for this market to go lower. Would be happy if it went lower. It would also mean that bond rates probably go up, and I would love to get more bonds at higher rates. uh, but it's not a disaster yet. The economy right now, with the way it's sitting, uh, it's sort of like not getting worse yet. We haven't really like gotten numbers that say, hey, it's getting worse, but there's some layoffs have started, and so could be out there. But it's like every negative data point, there's like another data point that's slightly positive, and so they're really canceling each other out, and they're creating that chop, that kind of like economic chop. So it is a little bit difficult to know necessarily where the market's going to go from here. And today, it's kind of indicating that it wants to just lightly grind up green, perhaps all day. However, I still feel, if we look at the larger picture, um, you can see we are still in a downtrend. However, yeah, if today we can get up and over yesterday's highs, then that puts in a swing low. And if that's the case, then we'll go green. So if we get over yesterday's highs, so for those of you who are not looking, that's 264 on the Qs. And on NQ, that's 11048. 11048. If we can do that, then algorithms go bullish seeking, and it will likely then try to seek 267.50, the previous day's highs. Be the next logical point. I'm not sure if it will try to pick up any liquidity anywhere else below before moving up. If that's the case, I don't think so. I think got enough on that data release to work it from here. So today it's about 75% chance that it's going to be green and even bullish. Suppose there's a chance that the whole thing will sell off. All right, over in momentums, HKD is faded all night. It went up 100% overnight, and it's faded all the way back to even lower than it's at a loss now from yesterday's close, right before the open. And we are going to be opening in like 10 seconds. So here we go. We're also watching SPRB, which looks rather good, and Ctmx is at a base that could happen. And Zomedica, boy, I wish I got in it at 23 when we wanted to. Here we go. Uh, but actually, I might get another chance, so I'm watching it. WWE and PB. WWE way up 12%. It's released? No, but there must have been some deal it made. Something positive on World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. It's up almost 10 points since yesterday. All right. Just about darn near everything is pulling back in momentum. Except, I suppose, from the open, you could say HKD is pulling up, but it's been making these little rallies. So I might get a little bit of Zomedica down here at VWAP. Small amount. Let's see if it'll take market. I did. Okay, good. And then I'm going to add to that if we get back into a base. Dana White announces he is coming back or some such. Okay, that's cool. On SPY 1 minute, do you see a falling wedge? Not really. I see a strong pullback. Not really a falling wedge. Oh, well, anyway, that's on the Qs, NQ, but it's probably a similar situation. Well, HKD did just get up and over a prior slight base pivot, HKD. So that's a positive sign right off the bat as the market opened. It went from 26 to 31. If it were to go 4-point uptrend, it might have a chance of getting over VWAP. If it can do that, you might have a chance of being green today. Yeah, and Mullen also, let's take a look at what's. Okay, Mullen sold off from about 44 cents pre-market to about 38 cents. I think it's halted or it's about to be halted. Let's take a look at that on the daily chart and see where it is in the pattern. Yeah, see, that's not necessarily good. That's the beginning, perhaps, of the backside of the trade. Seems to be selling off. Let me see if I can short it. If it'll give me any short, I could start a little short for a short position, but if it'll let me, it'll let me because gonna give me the deep doot. Yeah, because there are no available shares to short, and I'm in the short program, so uh, that can be more encouraging for it to not dump. That it's got that going for it. Oh, HKD popped to 32. I'm not sure if it's halted. I don't have level 2 on that. I should probably get a level 2 up on all these. It's hard to say. Massive limit price. Okay, I think that it did halt. Yes. Cool. HKD, that's a good sign. It had such a huge fade pre-market though that, I'm concerned that I'd only do like a 25% retrace, which would be 36. Not enough. Did I get my Zomedica? Yes, I did. Wasn't enough because, woo, it's going now. I'm going to grab another portion as a momentum purchase because it's hitting a momentum inflection point. It's coming up faster than it went down. You need to be able to read that as a momentum sign. These are the gauges, your momentum measuring toolkit. We are watching a lot. Cost was 450 yesterday. Today's 471 on what? Oh, you're talking about Costco? When you put a ticker, if you can please capitalize it, it really helps us not have hiccups and have smoother communication about stocks. All right, there goes Zomedica. It might be coming up on another inflection point. So I'm going to grab even more. Momentum inflection points are good. They're good. Okay, a little pullback on Zomedica. I'll buy that for $1. It's climbing like crazy. All right, let's take a look at Costco. Oh, Mullen dip got bought all up. Momentum perspective. Took slightly longer to buy that dip, but it did fully reclaim and it is up over VWAP. So Mullen might be going for another new high. Gonna go get some. Mullen. Yeah. Get filled right now. No. Is it getting away from me? Oh, it's really getting away from us. Momentum. A lot of momentum going on Mullen. Leave those two other orders there. All right, HKD should be coming out of the halt soon. I know you were. Yeah, you did good. Somebody said, I was telling you to get in Mullen at 20 cents back in the day. Yeah, no, I should have probably looked at it with you. We'll put Mullen up here. Yeah. Better. Magel starting to come up, guys. Megel, MEGL. Okay, somebody said the market's tanking. Well, it's not really tanking, but it's definitely red off the open. The general public, the general market consensus now is GTF. Oh, so that green day is now turning. If we break yesterday's low on the Qs, which is right here, we're almost there. That will be a bearish engulfing candle and will likely drop to the recent lows, like 250, 260. What's up when it's moving? What's up? What are you talking about when it's moving? I feel like Zoom always has some wild action when it's moving. Yeah. How's that? Definitely just do not have enough of it. Underestimated how much it's going to move. HKD came out of the halt, hit like 35, is pulling back a little bit. I'll try and get a little more position. I'm buying like pullbacks, HKD, or another pop if a pop's going to happen. Okay, there goes Ometica. Yes. Okay, and that's another momentum inflection point. We're at the bid. Don't know. Hit. I did get hit. Okay. So I've increased my exposure on Zomedica, but I'm not really highly exposed on it at all. I think I have like $1,000 in it or something. I don't know at this point. The net, but you know, when you speak in terms of dollars, it doesn't matter because it's relative to everyone else's account sizes, and it doesn't help. It's up against major resistance. That's why the initial sell-off. Mullen has the buying power, and it is at 40. Yeah, where's it? It's at 42. And yesterday's high was high on it has been 44.80. So we're getting close to blue sky breakout. On the daily, it looks like this. So this is, it could be turning into another green day. We already had the dip really bought up. But we could be looking at, I mean, it might end up being a blow off day. We'll see. We'll see. Meanwhile, HKD's not being too bad. It's holding in there, hanging in there. Pulling back slightly at 33. And yeah. Also clearly do not have enough position on Mullen too, bro. But it is a little bit iffy. If it can get over 44 cents, well, actually it hit 46 cents overnight. So that's the number in which it will really skyrocket. 46 cents if it can get over 46. FWBI, I'm still in FWBI. Yes. It's kind of a swing trade. It's doing fine. FWBI. Yeah, the market is still fading. Open. So Medica got a little bit of a pullback. This is where I might grab a little more. Careful. Is Mullen halted? No. Is it progress in 2 minutes? I think Mullen is halted. Again, I don't have my level 2 up. I should. really wide ladder in my grid. Fake like 45 Mullen. Okay. All right, Steve. Way to go. Don't give up on Mullen. This is how you start giving back money. Can't stop. Like after you've made a shitload on something, you should look at another stock because it has memory. Knows you were lurking out there. It's like the house, knows you're still in the hotel casino. You do really well on a stock, leave it at that and go find something else in a similar situation that's like when you got in and made money on Mullen, something. Careful, be careful, be careful. Give back. Oh yeah, a lot of people couldn't, you know, and you just have to have like the right platform for that brokerage. Somebody says, "Man, I'm so pissed I couldn't sell HKD pre-market." Yeah, I presume when it hit 69. Told you guys last night in class to wake up 2 hours earlier than normal. The market is definitely bleeding now. Getting ever so close to that 260. Once we break 260, it could even panic. You panic. So Medica is kind of grinding up. Sure how Megal's going to turn out here. Hey, Mullen is finally getting up over that point. Great. That's where I can get some more. Give it to me. Yes. There we go. Mullen, yes, sir. All it's got to do is get over pre-market high 46, and it is a penny away. It could do it. Come on, Mullen. You piece of shit. I mean, yeah, their fundamentals are awful. I'm long on Mullen for a day trade. I am long on Mullen for a day trade. Somebody asked if I'm long or short. But I was ready to short it, but you can't short it. Very hard to find shares. Okay, Ctmx failed out. I'm gonna kill that position. Risk. Cancel that. This was where I entered, so I'll just let it sit for a minute. I'll exit. 4425 on Mullen. Mullen is making that progress. Only 75. What is that? What's less than a cent? 75 milliths. Milts of a yeah, of a dollar. What? Yeah. Oh, SPRB fully fading out, fully breaking down. There might be something I could short there. SPRB just flatten Ctmx and just SPRB going for the short now. Let's see if it'll let me. NTB, none to borrow. They're not allowing us shorting on that one. Too bad. Looks like a beautiful shorter. Okay, there goes Mullen to 44.30. Next pivot to break, which will probably blue sky it, is really 45.5, 45.5. Close as shit, basically. So close. Yeah, it says RJ. So close that we don't even have vocabulary for it. It's a muon away from hundredth, thousandth. No, but it's a penny. See, cent is it's a, a portion of a dollar is a cent, and then you have, I don't know, 10 cents or a dime or a quarter. What to call those? It's not a millionth, it's a 10 millionth, right? It's a 10,000th. 75 10,000ths. But what is that in pips? Oh, Zomedica. All right, continue to make progress there on Zomedica. Oh, Kelly says, I don't know if this is just a fun moment. That's cute. All right, little pullback on Zomedica. I'm going to buy just a slight amount more. And then I'm probably going to go on a profit taking run on that. 1/10 of a cent. Yeah. 7.5 tenths of a penny. Like, I don't think anybody's going to be thinking like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Mullen is getting really close now. It's at 44.75 cents, 44.75 cents. That's one way we could. I can just say 0.75 cents. That could work. HKD is halted down. Okay. I'm a buyer. Pull back. To get up in those 50s and 60s again. I don't know how about you, Chris, or others who use groups, named groups in Thinkorswim. But after the new year, it cleared out like a lot of my groups that I had created. Left some, so sketchy as to what the hell happened there. Yeah, the market did bounce off of before breaking lows. It did bounce already. I'll be taking some profits on Zomedica around 30 cents if it can get there. Yeah, Ctmx is fully faded out. JZ didn't happen. SPRB faded out. Mullins kind of the only thing resembling momentum. You look at the HKD chart and you'd have no idea that it hit 69 in pre-market. It just goes to show you want to have a broker that'll let you trade in the middle of the night on some of those stocks. Let's see if there's some fireworks on Mullen. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's see if there's any fireworks on Mullen in the moment here. And if not, then yeah, I'm heading out to the gym. WWE halted due to news pending. Are you sure? Oh yeah. Jesus. It opened at like what was it, 80, and now it's at like 85. It was bullish. It was bullish for the last like almost year. Pulled way back to the 200 moving average, and that turned out to be a great entry, green over red, at 70. Hard to predict that you would have gotten something like this in such a short amount of time, but a wave going back to maybe this level over the course of 2 months or 3 months could have happened. But basically, everyone who took that swing trade is now getting the payoff within just a couple of days, and that's just one of the good things that can happen on the market. Sometimes you get blessed. Yeah, bond rates are not falling too much. They're basically holding. So the market itself will probably basically hold. Yeah, Mullen pulling back to about 43 cents. HKD out of the halt yet? I think it is. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Somebody said, if you have read any real news on Mullen in the last 2 weeks, you would know what's up. But the thing is, though, there's been no real news on Mullen, only fake news. Only bullshit. HKD came out of the halt, and it is fading, dropping. And where is Tesla at? 105. Okay. It hit a low of 101.80 today. And it is so close to breaking 100. Costco. Yeah, Costco having a glorious day today. Not on earnings. What was the deal there, Kelly, on Costco? Was like around 450 yesterday, and now it's already at 475. Hard to say Where to go? It'd be funny if it was like Costco buys 15,000 employees from Amazon. Yeah. Costco wholesale has an average rating of outperform and price targets ranging from 450 to 650. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Could be an upgrade. Analyst upgrades this morning. I have a little watch list I can. Lulu. What's moving the most on the analyst upgrade is SGHT ASS. Shit, yeah. Rising margins, rising revs, and rising negative profit with a end cap at about 250, and it's only at $1.20. So that could be a potential value stock. I'm going to go post it into the value stock area. Uh, Analysis on it, but it might be worth grabbing some position in. That looks like HKD has settled into about 22. I don't think Jay Powell's talking today. I think it's another Fed chairman, perhaps. Let me see. No, no, he's not talking today. Cook is talking. Bostic, Barkin. They're talking. They're going to start talking around 11:15 a.m. All right, you guys. I'm going to hit the gym. See if you can do. See if you can do something with all this, all these stocks, while I'm at the gym. And I'll catch you guys soon. Um, yeah, good. Good luck on that. Thoughts on Amazon? Yeah, Zomedica. Yeah, Zomedica fading, getting close to my pivot exit on Zomedica. Yeah, definitely keep your eye on Mullen. BAC bought at today's lows, Camille. Depends, Camille, on what you're doing. You know, if it's a day trade or if it's an investment. Uh, I think that's a good price point, 33.50. I don't know what you're trying to do with it. Maybe sell it at 37 in a couple days. That could work out. That's my thinking. Push back into this area, 36 to 37. Yeah. All right, you guys, later, hitting the gym.